Once again, welcome to Code with IJ, and this is the TechGist with IJ series where we try to learn from you based on your stack and based on your years of experience. In fact, just based on you as a person, because we believe that each personality has a different story and has like a different vision and a different mission for themselves, and that is an incredible thing to learn about and to learn from. So please, can you tell us about yourself, your name, your stack, and your years of experience?
Hello, good evening. My name is Nwachukwu Chidima, and I'm a product designer specialized in UI/UX with a focus on AI-powered products. I've been designing for over 3 years now, and I use Figma for design, ChatGPT for research. I use Prototype for advanced prototyping, and then I use Google Whisk AI to generate good images, and then Google Drive to organize my works and my projects. And yes, I think I use some other tools that I forgot to right now, but whenever I need them, I would know them.
Oh, okay, thank you so much. That's like, I see that you're a very organized person because you have like different tools
Yes.
for different aspects, and that's very, very wonderful. So, please, can you shed more light on your experience? What's one thing, or what has shaped your experience so far as a UI and UX designer, as a UI and UX product designer?
Okay. Honestly, what shaped me the most was rejection.
Wow.
Because I remember one time I pitched to a client, I pitched to her, and then she told me that my work lacked the creativity that she needed because I hadn't done any AI projects then.
Hmm.
So, and yes, the work was about an AI project, but me, I didn't even know anything about AI designs then. So I pitched for it as an ordinary UI UX designer,
Designer.
just e-commerce, fintech, and all. And she was like, "No, this isn't what she's looking for." I didn't see it as an attack because ordinarily nobody likes being rejected. But I just saw it that okay, I need to do better. Yes. And then I went back and I made my first healthcare application. It was an AI product too. And then ever since then, I've been solving problems with my designs. And then to the point where people will be asking me to bring it to life because of how good it is.
That's very, very wonderful. You know, a lot of people, when one of these things happen and they get to see that, they
Yes.
start seeing it as a challenge, and they start asking themselves, am I good enough? Because it's like questioning your years of experience, questioning what you're good at, and somebody is
Yeah.
like telling you
Yes.
this is not what I want, and you're like, but I'm already, like, I've been in this space for that long. I know all the whole tools, I know everything about typography, I know everything. So why do you think
Yeah.
I'm not suited for this job, or do you think maybe I can't grow or something like that? But you didn't see that, you use that to like shaping your experience and more of grow yourself,
Yes.
and that's very, very remarkable. So what would be
Yes.
your,
And then sorry, I sent
okay,
it. I'm so sorry, but I sent it to her. I sent the work to her, and then she was like, "Wow, she really didn't love the fact that I came back. I didn't just take no for an answer."
answer?
So she then gave me the manager's I think email. So yes, she gave his email to me to DM him about the whole hiring processes and all. So I did, but this man he didn't even respond to me. He just left me there, but I didn't care as long as she was impressed by my resilience.
That's very wonderful. You showed her, like, to me, that alone is a lot of commitment for somebody to criticize you and for you to go back, sit down, learn from it, and come
Yes,
back to say, oh, I've
yes,
learned from this aspect you corrected me on, and I've improved myself. That's very, very remarkable.
yes.
And that shows you're
Thank
somebody
you.
that appreciates growth, and you're somebody that love growing, and criticism doesn't weigh you down, but instead it boosts you. And to me, that's a very
Yes,
great quality that I feel like anybody that's coming into the tech space should emulate. So
yes.
what would be your advice for your younger self? So for your younger self, that, let me just say, you said you've been in the tech space for 3 years. So let me say your younger self of
Yes.
5 years ago, you haven't, maybe you have heard about tech, but you haven't like decided what you want to do. What would you have gone into? Would you have gone into tech, or would you have checked another area?
Okay, for my younger self, I would still choose tech. Yes, because I've always been about solving problems. And I will still choose UI UX design to be specific
Okay, why would you?
because design allows me.
Oh, sorry, please
Sorry?
cut. No, sorry, please cut. Like, I wanted to know why. I was just curious then when you said you would have still gone with
Yes,
you and US designing.
choosing UI UX, right?
Yeah, why? Why would you have chosen?
Because design allows me to express my creativity without costing me money. Because to bring something to life, like to code it and develop it, you need to buy all those maybe domain names. You need to buy, I think they even get space, like the backend. You have to buy space on Google, all those things. I don't have to do that. I just have to think out of the box, and that's all. So that is why I would still choose UI UX design over and over again. And then when I was younger, when I was like 13, then I used to have a book where I would sketch things. Things that were not even existing, but I would just sketch them because I love solving problems. I was the time where I sketched a remote control parachute
Wow.
because then I would watch movies and then I would see that they would land anywhere, even in the lion's den. So I was like, why can't they just control this thing? And I was sketching it seriously. So now growing up, I just know, okay, this is my path. And when I got into UI UX design, when I was done with the course, when I was still learning the course self, when I was learning the course, I was already having an idea for my department when I was in year two. Yes. So that we could hire each other because when you come to department group, you can see like 5K messages there.
Yeah.
And then who would want to read 5K messages? Then imagine me, I'm a business owner. Maybe I can plait hair and then I post my services there on the platform, and then someone that actually would like to work with me, the person will not even get to see the stuff I posted because of the whole messages. The person will just scroll past it. That is how it actually happens there. So I just said, okay, what if I design an application where we can hire each other? And then I did it. I pitched it to the group, and people were like, "Wow, this is nice. This is good." I didn't even have any plan. I didn't even have any plan to like get money from it. I was just wanted to solve problems then. Then I had investors. They came to me. They were like, they put money in to get it brought to life, and I was like, "Wow, this is really nice." And then I also thought about an idea to be able to book shuttles instead of struggling to get into the shuttle to
To
come
get
into
into
school.
school.
So that's how I've always been.
That's very great. That means you didn't actually let your curiosity and your innovative
Die.
spirit exactly die, and that, to me,
Yeah.
that's another remarkable thing about you, and that's wonderful because a lot of young people going on, they are into something
Yeah.
and they love it, but along the line, they have to like, oh, is this thing for me? But you didn't you I know there
Yeah.
were so many questions. Ca- what's it going
Yes.
to pay?
Yes.
Is it going to pay my bills and so many things? Am I going to see job? How many years of
Yes.
experience do I have to have before I start making an income from this? I know there were so many stumbling block for you. So what was one
And one
thing?
of the problems I faced, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yes. One of the problems I faced with the whole me just being me was that normally if you go into most UI UX designers portfolio, you would see landing pages, just the normal e-commerce websites or e-commerce application or fintech that everybody else is doing. So before I was like, I don't really need to be myself. Let me just keep it to myself. Because imagine someone wants to hire now, person doesn't see so much landing pages or already existing apps.
Yeah.
The person might not find me worthy. That was how I used to think before. So one time I was like, because I don't worry, just don't worry. I think in the next questions you would ask me something that I would respond with this I want to say now, but I won't say it now because when we get there, I'm going to respond.
Okay.
So, but what I'm trying to say is that I actually wanted to be like everybody else then because I was scared of being me. because I felt people will not understand me. Imagine you trying to hire someone and then you come to my portfolio, you see something that you've never seen before in your life. Would you really resonate with what I did? That's
Yeah.
how I used to think before. So recently I just said, just let me just be me and let's see what happens. And I just did it. And then now whenever I have interviews with clients, they will always respect my work. Always. Sometimes they'll just smile, even if I'm Nigerian, and then being Nigerian
Yeah.
has just made things difficult for me too. Yes.
Exactly. Being
But then
Nigerian, really a
they
lot of
always would respect me.
yeah. So
Yes.
my last question, and my final question is: what's your advice for someone coming into your stack? Key lesson to learn from you. What should they look out for, and what would you like for them to know, or what advice do you have for them majorly?
Okay, I would say first of all, you should focus on learning the thinking behind the design, not just copying and pasting from Dribble to Figma. Okay, I want to make something pretty, always wanting to make something pretty, but you don't even know the why behind it. You're just wasting your time because when you get a real project, you'll be confused. So you understand the why behind everything you're doing. And then also, I would say, focus on learning more instead of getting a job instantly. You can see someone who has just been in the game for like 2 months, you're just trying so hard to get a job. It's not bad. It's not bad, but then you can actually get a job that will put you inside trouble because you cannot deliver well. I've kind of had that kind of experience a little bit, but I was able to sort it out.
So,
But that's what I'm saying now. Focus on learning your work. Focus on your skills. Don't be in a hurry to start getting money and all. And also, I would say you should know your worth. Don't just start and anything that people tell you, or because when I first started that actually, I had people who came to me and then they were like, they want me to be a co-founder. They won't pay me money, but I'll be a co-founder. You understand all those kind
yeah,
of things.
that stuff really I faced it too. At a point in time, I thought it was just only me. So the person came and said, "Oh, you have an amazing idea." He pitched the idea to
Yes,
me.
they always have an amazing
the
idea.
the idea wasn't bad. It wasn't that bad. I was like, okay, so what's the hiring process gonna be like? And he said, okay, you're going to have a. I said, I'm going to have what? He said 10%. I said no. Even if I'm going to have
Yeah,
10%,
equity.
yeah. Even if I'm going to have equity, pay me, because what's
Yes,
the legal documentation that says when this project goes live, I won't even see your breakthrough.
yes,
And like he said,
yes,
at that point in time, he didn't even call me again. So that's a scope that a lot of these people use it to get PM, and they even use it for every different type of stack. They use it to get people to do their
yes,
projects. You do the work for free. You're just doing a voluntary job. You're helping the community,
yes.
because when you are done, in fact, the one that is even more
I
painful
also would
is
reject. I like rejecting them. I always reject them. And then it got to a point where someone even told me that I should see it as he's doing me a favor because he then offered me 20K. Then 20K for an application. He said I should say that he's doing me a favor because I'm still new. And then I wasn't hungry. First of all, I wasn't even in the game because I'm hungry. I'm trying to get something to do whatever. No, I like what I'm doing and I know I solve problems. So that has always been my mindset. If I was very, very desperate, then I would have said yes. I would just start working like that. And then also think about it this way: the time that you'll be using to learn more as as an upcoming designer, you'll be spending time trying to finish up this person's work that didn't even pay you well. You understand? So just focus on what you're doing, understand your value, understand what you bring to the table. You're not just a designer, you solve problems. And that is it.
wow.
Yes.
That's very
And also I
true.
would say, sorry,
No problem. You can
I would
go
also say you
ahead.
should join communities. Yes, join communities. Don't just be a one man's island and okay, I want to be on my own, I can make it on my own. Bob the Builder, here we go. No, you have to join communities. Come on Twitter, come on LinkedIn, see what people are doing. You can learn a lot. You can learn a lot, a lot. You can see things before actually. I wasn't even thinking about increasing my price then. If you give me 100K for an app, I'll be happy. And I'll do it like that. But when I came on Twitter and I saw people saying, okay, I got paid 2 million for a website, I'll be like, eh? And I'll go and check the person's portfolio. I'm not even being judgmental and all, but then
Yeah.
they're not that good. And I'm better than them, but then look, they're earning and it is what it is. So I had to step up my game immediately, and then yeah, I've been seeing massive results since then. So I'll say join communities too. Don't be one man's island. You can't do it alone. Just have friends too in the industry. People will refer you to if you're good.
That's very very good. I'm going to agree on that referral stuff. If you put your work out there
Yes.
and it's good, and even if you're different,
Yes.
if the way you
Yes.
bring yourself is different from how the whole system is, people are going to resonate with you, because the thing is that
Yes.
hard work actually pays. Because sometimes we say work
Yes.
smart, yeah, work smart, but you also have to put in the work. If you're working smart and
Mm-hmm.
you're working smart is just to like carry every other person's work and claim it's yours, every the system is not blind, and the system is not deaf, and the system is
Yes.
not dumb to how it works. We know the passion when somebody does something, and we know the passion when
Yes.
somebody copies something. Is always going to be totally different, because from the way you present it
Yes.
and the way you talk about it, we are going to know, oh, this is your idea, this originality came from you. So
Mm-hmm.
from what you said from the first
Yes.
instance, I'm going to pick that is always be you. Like find your space,
Yes.
find what makes you, stick to it and grow with it. So we're already coming to
Yes.
an end of this section, and it's really really been very very entertaining, enlightening, and educative as well. I've learned one or two things from you, Chidima, and it was lovely having you here. And trust me, the wait was worth it. the wait was worth it. So thank you so much thank you so much for finally pulling up time to join this section. Thank you so much. Do you have any final word you would like to say as we round up this section?
Okay, first of all, I would like to thank you for giving me the platform to speak to your audience.
Thank
I
you.
really appreciate it, and it's a pleasure to be here. And then another thing I would like to say is I can actually say one or two people that they could actually follow that they've really really shaped me too. I don't know
Okay.
if you know Tega Designs. You know Tega?
No, I don't know Tega.
Okay,
I'm
but
a
Tega.
full stack developer, so I'm not really into designing.
Okay.
But what you're saying is going to be helpful for someone. So please check out Tega
Yes.
Design. So she said Tega Design. So please,
Tega Designs. Tega really helped me on LinkedIn. She
wow.
really really helped me on LinkedIn. So check out Tega Designs. She's really good, and you'll learn a lot from her. A lot. She doesn't even gatekeep. A lot from her.
Thank you very much, Chidima. Thank you so much. So that's the end of today's section. Thank you.
You're welcome.